We're at Cades Cove, and it's an interesting thing. We just got done with a presentation about church life here in the 1800s, and it was actually a really good presentation. Actually, the couple things, and there's their church behind it. It's Primitive Baptist Church here in Cades Cove. And what I just felt inspired to kind of shoot this little video because, as you can see, there's so many. I'm in the graveyard right behind everything. But the cool thing about the church was exactly what we as Catalyst Church are trying to do. A couple of things that stuck out is, one, they took care of their community. Whenever somebody died, or when somebody was hurt, or when somebody got injured, especially if they died, they went ahead and rang that church bell that is up there. They rang it a couple times, and then they were quiet afterwards, and then they rang it for as many years as the person was old. So if they died and they're 25 years old, they'd ring it 25 times. The farmers, what they'd do is they would just end their daily chores exactly right there, and they would immediately go dig a hole as the men of the community. The ladies would stop what they're doing, and they would go take care of each other. And they would end up taking care of the family. If a lady became a widow, the church would take care of each other. And they would barter, they would sell to each other, they would just literally take care of each other. So, and it was interesting because they had like 3-hour services once a month. And what I really got out of it is this: we as Catalyst Church, really the Church of Jesus Christ, need to be bound together and taking care of each other no matter what. As members of one body, taking care of each other is a must. So I want to encourage you, Catalyst Church, and anybody else who's watching this that claims to be a Christ follower, even in the modern world, we need to take example of what this church did. Primitive Baptist Church in Cades Cove, Tennessee, and they really took care of each other. They, as you can see, were willing to die in war, and that was another thing that was really cool. They examined the scriptures, and they even said that scripture was a priority. If it was not found in scripture, it was man-made, it was not going to pass a test of time. In reality, they're not going to follow it. So when the Civil War came around, they ended up not going with the Confederacy. They went with the Yankees up north, because the Yankees were against slavery, abolishing slavery. And right here in the South, this church and this community was actually raided and hurt, and many of them were actually murdered because of their faith in what the Bible was teaching. So I guess two things. One, we need to continue to take care of each other as Catalyst Church, love the community, take care of the community, take care of each other. So if somebody's hurt, somebody's hungry, somebody's pass away, we need to love on them. And the second one is we need to abide by Scripture and make sure that we follow what Scripture says. No matter how culture, no matter what life, no matter what we think, we need to do what is right. So I thought it was really doggone cool how a church like this, who had nothing, would take care of each other. And by doing this, he kept on saying, the guy who gave the presentation, this church was the most influential and most important part of the community. And we need to do the same as Catalyst Church and the Church of Jesus Christ, all for the glory of Jesus Christ. That's very encouraging.